So, I wanted to show some people had asked me, how I would know certain things, do I have any kind of schooling or anything like that? I've got two associate's degrees, not very high up or anything like that, but I've read pretty much every single book. I haven't read this one yet, but I read a lot, and I don't just read herbal stuff and basic nutrition. I read about, they go into a little bit of detail about the medical here, but also I go through stuff like this, just to get some information. I have another one that's about pharmaceuticals, but I study all kinds of stuff. I read about, mythology, and I'm starting to get into our Constitution. Felt like I needed to learn more about that in the government, so I read every martial arts thing I can get my hands on. I'm a big fan of jiu-jitsu and catch wrestling. I've only done a minor amount of jiu-jitsu back when I did Kajikembo. Things like this has helped my spine because I got a herniated disc, 3 herniated discs in my neck, and it helped me get through it. I study all kinds of stuff like this. I can't find my ACE personal trainer's book, not in a few years, but I took a class at the college and scored really high. I study different religions, figure out what people believe and think about each other, and so on and so forth. I've read this almost completely through. I went and got an associate's and a certification in automotive. These are some of the books just a few books, honestly, that we've gone through. And then, of course, the survival guide. A lot of good stuff in here. There's some military combatives in here too. Dog Encyclopedia. It's an old book. I've read pretty much every page in there as well. But I study all that kind of stuff because, as you can see, I got some other books on the floor, notebooks up there, a bunch of books up there. But yeah, I mean, I study all kinds of things, and that's where I get a lot of my knowledge from. And so, sorry, I'm a bit of a slob, as you can see, but anyway, some of the other things that the reasons that I do a lot of this and have been reading for years is because I've got ADD really bad. I suck at videos a lot because I get nervous when I start filming it. But a lot of my aspirations, I've been writing stories recently. I'm on layoff right now from a construction type job. And so I'm studying how to write and everything, and I'm going to join the it's basically it's a writers guild, become a union member through them, and submit stories and see maybe they'll become movies. I also send out messages and stuff like that. I'm going to take some stunt classes next year, stuntman classes, and then I'm sent some information because I'm the same size as like height, weight, measurement, bicep, chest, etc. with Vin Diesel. So I wanted to see if he needed an extra stuntman, for some fight scenes or something like that. I've got a martial arts background in Kajikembo, so I was hoping to. I just kind of go after everything because I've got ADD. I just do a whole bunch of everything. So I'm also an artist. I have a bunch of different artwork that I've been working on for a long time. I'm going to start submitting, into different areas. But anyway, besides all that, I'm trying to get a business started too. We're talking about doing a hemp business. Eventually, we're going to move to another state, probably within a year and try to get that going. But there's also a ton of other kinds of farming businesses that are actually pretty good. And I prefer being out in the desert or sticks, out in the forest. We're not sure if we want to go to the Northwest or into a desert area, but we want to do something different. And in another year or two, and see how well it goes. If it doesn't, I've got a Class A CDL I can fall back on, and got security and law enforcement background, so I'm not worried about it. I can just keep moving on and moving forward. So don't let anything ever get you down, keep you down too long. Since my brain works the way it does, I have an issue where I focus on something over and over and over, and I'll write it down and work on it until I figured out the problem. So I have an obsessive compulsive disorder. So slightly. So I figured out different training programs for different things like that. So that's me. So anyway, now that you know more about me, anyway, you all have a good day and read up and learn things. Bye.